Hi everyone, I'm Namita and welcome to Yoganama. In today's session, we are going to do a beginner-friendly Hatha flow and we are going to start the practice with Kapal bhati. So join me in any seated position that's comfortable for you, that allows you to keep your spine upright. I have chosen Vajrasan, you can choose Sukhasana or you can even sit up on a chair. Let's close our eyes and tune inwards. Prepare ourselves for our practice, taking a few mindful, slow breaths here. And revisiting the practice of Kapal bhati, in which you exhale forcefully, pulling the navel to the spine, and you inhale naturally, it happens automatically. So the focus and attention is towards forceful exhalation. When we say forceful, it does not mean aggressive, it just means that you create the intention to push the breath out. And with that, let's get started. We are going to do 50 for the first count, 50 pumping breaths. So let's begin. Inhale. Once you're done with 50, rest. Breathe normally. Preparing yourself for round 2. And this time taking your awareness to the rest of the body and ensuring that the only movement that happens is around the navel, not across the shoulders, and no shaking around the rest of the body. So let's begin for round 2. Close your eyes. Inhale for 50. Now as you take your last breath, breathe in halfway and hold it in without breathing for a few moments. So you take half a breath in and stay with breath retention for as long as is comfortable. And once you get the urge to breathe again, breathe. Take a few normal breaths. Keep your eyes closed, preferably. And we shall move on to round 3. If you're getting tired or you have any kind of blood pressure or heart issues, then please take it easy, just do deep breathing, and we shall continue otherwise for one more round of 50 Kapal bhati breaths. Inhale and begin. When you finish 50, take half a breath in and hold it in. Being completely still, letting your face be soft, eyebrows, forehead are soft. And then once you get the urge to breathe, breathe in, take a few normal breaths in and out. Enjoying the peaceful, calm feeling that may have come after the invigorating practice of Kapal bhati. Now slowly, with a few gentle blinks, you can open your eyes and come into a tabletop position. We are going to move into Chiri Kriya. So for this, come in tabletop, fingers wide, extend your right leg out and lift the right leg up, bringing it almost parallel to the floor. And let's be here now. Couple of things to keep in mind. Make sure you're not kicking the hip to the side. So you keep the hips level and that you are not sinking the navel down and sinking into your shoulders. Press the ground away, lift the leg up while keeping the core engaged and not compensating in your lower back. Inhale, exhale, one more time, inhale, and then as you exhale, bring the right knee back. Take the left leg back now, same thing. Remember how to activate the body. Being strong, being present in the shoulder joint, in your hip joint, being aware of your lower back, and keep pointing the toe away from you. All 5 toes away from you, as if someone is pulling your leg, trying to lengthen the spine. Inhale here, exhale, one more time, inhale, and then as you exhale, bring the knee back, take a deep breath in and out. One more time, inhale, and now as you exhale, extend the right leg back. Lift the leg up. Let's practice Chiri Kriya. So as you exhale, bring the knee to nose. Inhale back. Let's do this 5 times. Exhale, inhale, exhale for 2. Inhale, stay strong. Don't sink into the shoulders. Exhale 3. Inhale back. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5, inhale and release to neutral. Take a breath in. Then as you exhale, extend the left leg back and up, and 5 times on the left side now. Exhale, inhale back, exhale, inhale back, exhale for 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, exhale 5, inhale, and then bring the leg back, knee back down to neutral, cross the ankles behind, sit back, and we are going to move into Supta Padangushthasana series. So come to lie down, keep both the knees bent and pull the right knee into the chest. Take a breath here. Inhale, exhale, and the next time you inhale, see if you can straighten the right leg. Keep holding on to the leg from behind the knee if that's comfortable. If not, you can use a yoga belt or a dupatta or a stole, loop it around your right foot and then pull the leg in closer towards you. So choose something that's comfortable. Do not reach a point where you have to really lift up to grab hold of your leg. Let the back be rested, let your lower back be neutral. And with that intention, let's take 3 breaths here. We'll spend a little more time in these postures. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. See if you can bring the leg in just a little closer. Then last one. Inhale and exhale. And from here, we are going to move into the Parshvahasta variation. Let me show you the full variation first. In this case, you take the right leg out to the right side, as low as it will go. In my case, there is a wall behind. I will adjust that. But let me show you the left side first. What we are aiming for is to keep our left hip on the ground. Often what happens is, in order to reach the ground, we lift the left hip up. Let's try to minimize that. It doesn't matter if your leg can reach the ground, if you can grab hold of your toes or not. You can use a belt. And very well, you can use the wall as well, like is happening in my case. You can even have a block or a bolster lying on one side to help you. For the sake of the camera, let me turn around and show you. We were here. Let me place a block to the side. Straighten the left leg and let the right leg rest onto the block on this side to support you, and simultaneously don't allow the left hip to lift off. You can be in this position as well. You can modify by bringing the hip into external rotation without extending the knee. So knee is bent and we hold this version instead. Most important to be pressing into the ground with the opposite hip. Let's continue to be here for 3 more breaths, choosing a variation that is comfortable for you today. Another way to modify while you're taking your few breaths is to rest your arm on a block to give you some support as you maintain the posture. One more deep breath here. Exhale completely. Then inhale, rise up, extend the leg up, and then take it to the left side into a twist. So this time it's like Jatara Parivartanasana. You grab hold of the right foot with the left hand, keeping the left leg straight. It's alright if your left foot comes onto the pinky side edge of the foot. That's totally fine. And now let's hold onto this twist. If this is uncomfortable, remember you can modify by bending the knee. Or you can use a belt to help you keep the leg extended. Keep pressing into the left leg as well. Don't let it be passive. And let's breathe 3 slow breaths here. Trying to find full expansion in your lungs as you breathe in. And gently pulling the navel into the spine as you breathe out. One more time. Then exhale. Next time that you breathe, bring the right leg up, come into Mukta Hasta, which is this L-shaped position with the legs. This may be difficult, so it's alright if the leg is somewhere here. You can also bend the knee to protect the spine. Ideally, we are working towards a 90-degree angle between the legs. At that point, your forward bends become a lot safer, especially your standing forward bends. Let's take one more breath here. Then as you exhale, slowly bring the leg back down. Excellent. Let's do this on the left side, and I'm going to switch around so I'm still facing the camera as I move. All right. Both knees bent. Now we pull the left knee into the chest. Get comfortable here. Then see if you feel ready to straighten the left knee now. And choose any variation that works. With a belt, grabbing hold of the leg from behind the thigh, from behind the knee, or pulling the leg in closer, grabbing hold of the big toe. Remember, moderation, wisdom, and patience are key to yoga to get a full mind-body practice. So don't force yourself, don't become aggressive, don't be too driven by the need to grab hold of the toes if you are not ready. We still continue to work on both the body and mind, no matter which version of the posture you are holding. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, extend the leg out to the side, straighten the bottom leg, your other leg, your right leg in this case, and keep pressing the right hip down into the ground. You can always remember bend the knee and hold this variation, which will allow you to engage the opposite leg better. It doesn't help if you are very flexible in this leg and are able to straighten, but your opposite knee is lifting off too much. Opposite hip. Knee will lift off, that's fine. Just maintain awareness of the hip. Let's be here now. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. Next time that you exhale, let's bring the leg up and come into a twist, taking the left leg to the right side now, grabbing hold of the left foot with the right hand and looking over to your left side, completing the twist. Remain aware of the right foot. Keep pressing the right leg into the mat. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Next time, come up into Mukta Hasta variation, which is the unsupported leg raise, and we are here for 3 slow breaths. Using your own strength to create distance between the 2 legs. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the left leg down. Cross the ankles, rock yourself up and transition into downward facing dog. The legs should be a little bit open. Let's activate the shoulders and know that you can always modify downward facing dog by bending the knees, lifting the heels up and then working your way into it, one heel down at a time. So choose something that's comfortable today. Let's hold here. Pressing into the fingers, especially the index finger and the thumb. Trying to create distance between the shoulder blades. Next time that you exhale, step your right foot forward between the hands. Come into Ashwasanchalanasana. And let's breathe here. Allowing the hips to sink a little lower towards the mat. Then as you inhale, rise up, come into Anjaneyasana. Breathing in and breathing out. Lift the fingers up towards the sky, lengthen the spine. Pull the navel in strong and take one more breath here. Inhale. Then as you exhale, bring both hands down on either side of the right foot. Now I would recommend you use blocks, and actually I'll show it to you with the blocks. You will come into a half split or Ardha Hanumanasana. So bring your hips above the knee of the back leg, above the left knee. Straighten the right leg and use 2 blocks to help you neutralize the spine. So what we are going for here is, instead of being in this position, which is also fine, but we are having another intention, we are trying to neutralize the spine. So a good way to set that is to do cat-cow in this position. So come to the highest level of your blocks if you have them. Then inhale, come into cow. And exhale, round the spine into cat. Let's just do that 2 more times. Inhale into cow, and you can bend the knee as you do that. You will feel the pull of your hamstrings. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, let the knee bend to help you experience this position. And then exhale, chin to chest. Now, find a neutral space with the spine in between your cat and cow and hold half split for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And while you're exhaling, lean forward into Ashwasanchalana again. Keep the blocks to the side and move into downward facing dog again. Take a couple of movements here, and it's a good time to feel the difference between the right and the left leg. Take a breath here. Inhale. Then as you exhale, step forward with the left foot between the hands and come into Ashvasanchalan. Let's prepare to move into Anjaneyasana. So rise up, interlock the fingers, index fingers pointing up, both hips even, take the shoulders back. Lift the chest up. Pull yourself up to lengthen the spine and breathe. Inhaling and exhaling, exploring the position with your breath. One more time. Inhale. Then as you exhale, bring the hands down and move into your half split. Use blocks to practice cat-cow in this position. So inhale, bend the knee, look up, and exhale, round the spine. Inhale, exhale for 2, inhale and exhale for 3, then hold your half split at a level that's comfortable today. 3 deep breaths, allowing the mind to settle down with the breath, allowing the body to come into a state of comfort through the breath. One last time. Inhale and then exhale. Lean forward, take the blocks to the side, press the palms down and into your downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths more. For a last time in downward facing dog for this session. See if the legs feel a little more open, if the back of the legs allows you to bring the heels a tad bit closer to the ground compared to when you started the class. And the next time you exhale, bring the knees down, cross the ankles behind you and come to sit in Dandasana. From here, let's move to boat pose. So bend the knees, place your fingertips on the mat, lift the heels up off the ground. First, just work with this. In this, what I want you to be aware of is to not roll back onto your tailbone like this. What we want to be sitting on is the bonier part of the hips, which is more challenging, needs a little more hip flexor strength. So let's work on that. Let's avoid rolling onto our tailbone and doing this. Instead, let's be on the bony parts and hold. You can have your fingertips down on the ground, extended in front of you, legs parallel to the ground as well. Choose any variation. Let's be here for 9, 8. Keep lifting. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, very good, 2, 1 and slowly release. Straighten the legs, bend the left foot to join the right leg into Janu Shirshasana or seated head to knee pose. From here, let's turn our chest towards the right leg, keep the right ankle flexed or active and start making your way down towards the right leg. Here again, remember, you want to avoid all this rounding in the spine, but instead we want to find length. So it's all right if you don't reach the leg, but it's important that we build the right foundation for our posture. And a good way to do that, if the hamstrings are really tight, is to sit up on a block. You can even sit up on a blanket or a folded towel, and then let's find the bend from the hip joint rather than the spine. So I want to fold at the crease of the hips and find contact between the belly and the quad. Keep the legs strong and engaged. And let's be here for 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, by yourself. Deep breath in and out. Next time you inhale, rise up. Let's switch legs with or without blocks. Both options are fine. You choose what works for you today. Change the legs. Right foot against the left leg. Turn to face the left foot so the chest is aligned. And then make your way down into Janu Shirshasana. We'll be here for 3 deep breaths as well. Choose your variations, set your posture. And if you don't have a block and having a lot of discomfort in the spine, then you can bend the knees slightly and come into Janu Shirshasana like this. 2 more breaths here. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Then inhale, rise up. Exhale, straighten the leg. Coming into our final position for today, our second final position, because we have to do a counter pose. This is going to be Paschimottanasana. So interlock the fingers, flip the palms up, get really tall at your spine, and then as you exhale, start folding at the crease of the hips and not the spine. This is very important in forward bends. So choose your variation. Know that you can bend the knees, sit up onto blocks or on a blanket. You don't have to pull your spine into flexion aggressively to do a good forward bend or a good Paschimottanasana. So let's take 3 more deep breaths now without forcing ourselves into any position that doesn't feel right. Then inhale, rise up. Take the hands behind you, bend the knees. We come into reverse tabletop or Purvottanasana variation. On an inhale, lift the hips up, bringing them parallel to the knee and the shoulder joint, squeezing the glutes to reset your spine for 9, 8, keep lifting higher, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then as you exhale, bring the hips down, straighten the legs, come to lie down in Shavasana. Palms facing up. At this point, check in, how does the body feel? If it doesn't feel good, you can bend the knees. Drop the knees towards each other, widen the feet, and then move into Shavasana. Taking deep breaths into whichever posture that you have chosen for yourself today. And then completely release the body into the mat, not holding any tension anywhere in any part, muscle or joint, and even your face. Relax your face. The session will end now, but please to continue with Shavasana for at least 3 minutes more. And you can always follow up this practice with some pranayam and meditation. You will find a lot of options in my selection. I will say goodbye now. Thank you so much for joining me today.